up in a duplex in Ephrata, and my bedroom shared a wall with our neighbors. And around 14 years old, the neighbor next door, who is a woman in her mid-50s, moved out. What can you imagine a girl of 14 was absolutely desperate for? Who do I want to move in? A very handsome young gentleman. Dear God, please help a cute neighbor move in. Sure enough, the Wagners moved in next door, and they had a very handsome 15-year-old son, and I was completely enamored immediately. And I used to watch him, like really creepy, but I used to watch him throw football in the yard with his dad, and I could see him through my little sister's bedroom window, and he used to watch me too. I would catch him through the pretending to do dishes, watching me do my gymnastics routines on our trampoline. The trampoline will be a feature in this story. So fast forward a couple years, nothing ever really happened with Tim. I end up in that awkward middle school phase, and he's cool. He's like the quarterback for Ephrata, and everybody wants to date him. And I'm like this homeschooled chick and just trying to figure life out. And AOL comes along. Do you remember it? Do you remember like growing up in the 90s and that like, and then you're like, and then your crush, like they leave and it's just like your heart sinks? Well, we started talking on AOL even though we were like 50 feet apart. And so we're talking, and finally he goes, you know what? When I knock on your wall, he was the one on the other side of the wall, lucky me. He said, you know what? When I knock on the door tonight 3 times, that'll be the sign and we'll meet up in the yard. And I said, oh, haha, yeah! I didn't think he was serious. For whatever reason, I went to bed first that night. Everyone else in the house was still awake. My parents were watching TV in the basement. My older and younger sister were still up. I'm in bed and I'm lying there, and all of a sudden I hear, and I was like, no, surely. I hear it again. I'm like, well, typical Lancaster County, I am true to my word. So I'm gonna like, you know what? I'm coming up with this whole story because I'm like a rule follower. So I went into my little sister's room and I peeked out, and sure enough, he emerges with his Ephrata football sweatshirt. And I'm like, oh, he was serious. Well, I gotta go out there, but I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm not feeling well, I'm really tired, I'm just gonna go back to bed and I'll see you tomorrow, or maybe we'll go back online. So I go outside and I'm starting my whole story, and he just pops up over the fence and starts heading towards the trampoline. And I thought, oh my goodness, my parents are going to kill me. But he was so cute, and I was so enamored, and I just followed him, and we're sitting on the trampoline and we're talking. All of a sudden, my mom comes to let our golden retriever out, Summer. And I'm like, this is the end of my life. And I said, Tim, lie flat and don't move. So I'm looking out at my mom over my feet, and he's lying there, and he looks over and he goes, are you gonna get in trouble for this? And I was like, my dad's gonna come out here with a shotgun. And he said, oh, maybe I better go. I was like, yeah, maybe you better. Now the problem is Tim had a surgery because of football, and so he is like, clunking around on his, whatever the thing was for his knee, and he gets off the trampoline, and he's making all kinds of noise, and Summer, the dog, is out, and Summer starts barking, and all of a sudden my mom goes, Brian, I think somebody's out there, come get the flashlight. And I'm still lying on the trampoline flat looking at my mom over my toes. So all of a sudden, I see the flashlight come out, and I'm like, what do? I need to escape. I've never done this before. My mom had left some laundry hanging from earlier in the day. I said, I just need to get behind the sheets. They will never find me. So I slip out into the darkness, hide behind the sheets, and then I feel it. The beam of light on me at night. My dad goes, Janae? Which is our little sister. Because apparently she would have done something like that. And I said, no, it's me. Well, what are you doing out here? Just looking at the stars? And kind of go in. I'm like, did I just get away with that? 5 minutes later, my dad knocks on the door and he comes and sits down with a very stern face. He said, "I think I know what's going on here." And I lost it. I just started crying. I admitted everything. The worst part about it is, I know Tim is next door with the glass, listening to me get lectured by my dad. And I have never been more mortified in my entire life. Several years later in college, we actually ended up dating, and I guess I got my do-over. Thanks.